Good morning. Good morning. You're tuning into the very first edition of It's Too Early for All of That. I'm your host, Jordan Baylor, filmmaker, animator, and your guide to everything under the sun. I'm ready to kick off the day with some fresh, hot takes. I'm doing this with my co host, Fulton Lee. He's a voice actor, writer, and extraordinary. He can do anything. And in this show, we're going to be covering all things film, anime, gaming, sports, and everything in between. If it's buzzing, we're talking about it. And trust me, we are bringing the heat. So, how are you doing today, Fulton?
I'm great.
All right, so it's cool, man. So, the first topic we're gonna be talking about is the box office for Aliens Ramulus. It opened with $40 million. Fede Alvarez has officially breathed new life into this franchise that has had more resuscitations than somebody. I don't know. He's had a lot of cracks at this story. No one's gotten it right since James Cameron in Aliens. What are your thoughts on it?
You said wait, it's only made 40 million so far, or opened at 40
Yeah,
million?
It opened 40 million. It opened.
Oh, okay. Do you know what the budget was?
It's a hit. The budget's like 80. I mean, they say it's 80. Who knows?
Okay, they probably made more. Well, yeah, if they opened with 40, they probably made a lot more than that.
Yeah. It's
No, I mean,
hit.
I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna regurgitate shit that I've heard other people say. Apparently the first 30 minutes were great, and then like the last act got crazy. Well, I mean, even you told me the last act was like crazy. You were like, well, didn't you say it was like a fever dream or something? Like just weird.
I mean, I'll give you my take on it because I'm gonna walk you through it. I'll walk you through the whole film, but
all I know is it got homeboy from industry that said that line I didn't like. I'll wear you to work. I'll get over that.
I'm gonna wear you to work. Boy, if you never get off that hill, boy, you gonna die on that hill, boy. You ain't coming off that one.
It was just why we what is this?
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Not even as a man. I was just sort of like, dude, stand up. What are we doing?
Right, I like that. So I saw it this weekend. That's the first time I've been to the movie since Deadpool Wolverine. I was like, oh, I see new Aliens. And here's my take on it. So I feel like Fede Alvarez, if that's how you pronounce his name.
I keep thinking you're about to say Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap. I wish it was Fetty Wap. Free Fetty until it's free. Anyways, Fede Alvarez, he's got a hit. He's got a hit on his hand, man. He's officially shown up. He's introduced himself as a real film director. He's like, I'm him. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But one thing I have to say is like the film is so like the 70s version, right? To the point where it's like nobody in this movie is hot. You know, just like the movies in the 70s. And I'm just like, I don't like that shit. I come to movie theaters to see hot people, see hot, beautiful people that I will never bump into in real life. That's why I'm here. I'm paying $20. I should not be able to walk through the theater and find people sitting down that are hotter than the people on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this movie. I'm thinking, these are TV stars in space. They're not movie stars. There's not a single movie star. The only person I'll give was a movie star that was great was David Johnson as Andy. That guy was phenomenal. But as a whole, I did not want to have sex with anyone. I feel like the movie should be half boners, half blood. You feel me? Like I should be like up and then like up. You know what I'm saying? Like up and then up. You know, I don't know. I'm different like that. I like to be scared and then like, a little scared on both ends. You know what I mean? But I like the film as a whole. The action was solid. I just feel like the people were just too fucking ugly. And the third act, that was an abomination from hell. I don't know who thought of that, but they need a lobotomy because that creature. I'll spoil it. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so the third act, the third act, there's a pregnant chick. She's kidnapped around the second act. She's taken by the aliens. They tie her up, and you know how they always got them like tied up, like on some like
like in goop and shit.
They're like, yeah, they're caught up in the goop. Anyways, the dude catches baby mama all tied up in the goop. Be like, oh, the aliens ain't kill her. He bring her down, and then the new Ripley girl, she kind of get her away and then put her in stasis, which is like a spot where hibernation,
like cryo sleep type shit.
Cryo sleep stasis. So when she's in cryo sleep stasis, she's like, You know, they do the third act where you thought the scare was over, but the scare ain't over because they're all really trying to copy what happened in the very first one. Well, anyways, she births a baby, and the baby is half alien, half human. And it's just like this 11-foot tall, Yao Ming, ugly looking motherfucker. And he is just, my God, I wanted to just take a shotgun to that baby head. I mean, if they could have put this baby, I mean, you know what? That's
like
a little
a
too
snake?
far. That's a little too far. It's a little too far for what I was about to say. Let me just kind of curve that sentence. That was crazy. That was wild even for me. But
was it like a snake when she birthed it? Like, how was it 11 feet?
Oh man, it came out as an egg, and then from the egg hatched a boy.
Oh, okay.
And then the boy got bigger and bigger and bigger and stood up, and the boy said, "I'm a man." He didn't say shit. It just was,
okay. I was like,
it was really weird, bro. It looked like an AI generated goop, and it was just the creature. It was just the creature for the last act, and I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling the last third act. I don't know. I feel like they kind of jumped the shark with that one. It was like half alien, half human creature, and
was it like the new monster chasing everybody?
No, it was just a new monster chasing Ripley. Because like by then the movie was like the third act. She had already killed all the aliens.
Okay,
so
the chick that birthed the alien, did she die giving birth?
I think she died. I'm pretty sure. I think the creature killed her, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I just remember seeing her scream at the creature that came out of her vagina, and she was just like. And then I kind of like was like, "Yo, this is a wild ass movie." Like I literally had that thought, and then I don't know if she died. I don't remember, but I just remember that creature. Fever dreams, dog. Fever dreams. Not for me.
All right. I mean, that sort of sounds like cool, like body horror shit. But I mean, it also sounds like it'd be goofy as fuck.
It was. I say you see it for yourself and make your own opinion.
Nah,
but you know,
I'm good.
Okay.
I know I'm not gonna see it. I mean, you already know. I never really like horror shit. I really like thrillers in general. I don't like doing that. Why would I? Anytime I see horror movies or thrillers, I always end up like, extra paranoid in the house, pulling back the shower curtain whenever I got to take a piss. I don't like that shit.
Okay.
I don't do that.
Yeah. All right, on to the next topic, which is Sydney Sweeney. She's rumored. They have a rumored casting as Black Cat in the new Spider-Man 4.
Let's go casting.
Spider-Man 4. It's the one with Tom Holland. I'm assuming. I think that's the one that would be the.
No, I mean like what you because we talked about it earlier. When I thought it might be like the Tobey Maguire one, I realized that's stupid.
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah, he's old. He's washed. He's done.
He's washed.
He ain't doing that no more. Yeah, his back is like real life fucked up.
For real.
Yeah, for real.
C4 and all that.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Stuff. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the casting?
I feel like she would be. Well, the thing is, like I feel like she would like. She looks the part. She looks like she would be Felicia Hardy. Mm-hmm. I just don't know how seductive she could be, like playfully flirty, teasy flirty, sex tease, like what the fuck is it called? Sex tease, like flirty,
kind of like Catwoman, kind of ish.
Literally, that's what Black Cat is.
Yeah. I'm just saying like that Catwoman kind of.
No, yeah, exactly. I don't know if I could because she seems to. I'm trying to think if I've seen her anything where she's been like. Because like the only thing that like people make sexy about convergence going like, oh my god, big titties.
Yeah, literally her boobs,
like just her her body. Like it's like an attitude that has to come with it.
I agree, but I feel like she could probably turn it on because she can lure the boys,
Yeah, so but I mean the boys aren't being lured, like they just like titties. Like there's a difference between being like sexy and looking sexy.
Yeah, it's a sex thing you have to do. Like she.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's a difference between, and she seems like really nice.
Yeah, but then again, sometimes like a Catwoman I don't like, but a lot of people like is the,
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway one in the Dark Knight Rises. I didn't prefer it. I didn't like the Catwoman. A lot of people tell me I'm crazy. I don't care.
She could do the whole. She could do the whole like sexy seductress thing.
Yeah, I think she could do it better than Anne, personally.
No, I was talking about Anne Hathaway in the movie. She was doing the whole flirty, sexy seductress thing.
I didn't like it.
Okay, but she was doing it.
She was doing it for you. She wasn't doing it for me. I was like,
I didn't say she was doing it for me. I said like basically.
Okay, all right. If you're gonna go
What are you saying? You just don't find her
there. I'm
attractive. That's all
saying
you're
I
saying.
don't. No, not that at all. She's a very attractive woman. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying the performance felt a little stilted. It felt goofy. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on Christopher Nolan. I feel like he always miscasts women. I don't feel like that's a
That's
strong
fair.
suit. I feel like he always miscasts women. Every woman in most of his
Talia al
movies are
Ghul was
always.
like, no, Talia al Ghul was fine. It was just
Talia
that death
Ghul was
scene.
horrible, bro.
No,
She
it was
was
that death scene that was
horrible.
like goofy as fuck.
Talia, So
Yeah. No, I mean like, he
hopefully,
could have used her better.
yeah, they could have used her better. I feel like he always misuses women. I mean, hell, even
Okay.
Ellen Page in Inception.
There's
Yeah, Ellen
levels to this
Page.
shit.
I wanted to stone cold stunner her halfway through the film, but then again, everybody in that movie kind of pisses me off. But that's just me.
Maybe you just don't like Christopher Nolan films, Brody.
I love his films, but it's just he miscast. Hey, but that chick in the Oppenheimer joint with the sex in the middle of the room, just butt naked for no reason. I was like, he's finally using women right.
All right. I haven't seen that one.
Okay, you missing out, man. It's just a
Who
random
was
sex
it? I
scene
feel
just
like
in the middle of
I
the board
remember
meeting.
people talking about that, going like, oh,
Just a
all like
random
random.
sex scene in the middle of a board meeting. Doesn't fit at all. Just some random, just man. You know a man directed this shit. Like,
Oh, yeah. No, it felt like, oh well, she signed like there's a clause in there for nudity, and she signed this shit. So
well, I ain't worried about that. Of course, you want to work with Christopher Nolan, like
no.
that
I'm
means
saying like it felt like the
you got
scene,
your
like
black
that.
ass probably having banging abroad in the middle of the boardroom, and you be like, "Well, it was an opportunity to work with Christopher Nolan. I mean, I had to take it." And I'd be like, "Bro, really? Then boy, get your ass out like that on the IMAX." And you'd be like, "Oh, I'm just saying, if the opportunity presents itself, you probably would take it."
No, I was making a joke about like the whole like a random sex scene. It felt like it seems like whoever was like the chick that was casting it, like he looked at her contract and was like, oh shit, there's a nudity clause in here. Let's use that shit. We got
I
her.
guess. Got her. Got him.
Shit, throw it in. Throw it in. You said you show titties. Throw it in.
Tell me more about this Silent Hill remake.
Silent Hill 2? So
Yeah,
they're
you
remaking
enjoy those?
Silent Hill 2. It was a PS2 game. And like, okay, from the jump, ever since they like revealed it, people have been, I say people, fucking dumb shit gamers who were probably not even alive when the first one came out. Because I know these motherfuckers are in their
Who
20s.
made the first one?
It's a Konami game. Yeah, but it was coming out around the same time. Because remember, like when we were like kids or like teenage, like teenage age, like there was like a bunch of like horror games that would come out. So there was like Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, Silent Hill, and shit like that. So they've been
It was like
remaking those.
2004, 2005 ish era.
No, before that.
Before that,
Even before that, because I remember like I was watching my older cousin play Resident Evil 2 on the first PlayStation, and that was around the time I was like at in elementary school or like middle school.
oh wow, some horror right there. That
Yeah.
game is
So
actually legit scary, bro. Like Resident Evil games and Silent Hill games are legit scary. So, I mean, if they're gonna remake the game, okay, so a remake and a remaster, right? Like, what's the difference
people
between those
keep
two?
getting that fucked up, which is so fucking dumb. Usually, and it's always like around the Last of Us series where like people can't seem to understand what the fuck they're looking at. A remake is when they completely, for the most part, completely redo everything from the
Mhm.
ground up. So they'll redo character models, environments, assets, stuff like that. A remaster
That's
is
what they're
you'll
doing with this Silent Hill. That's what they're
yeah,
doing with
yeah.
this.
This is a whole like brand new remake. This is from the ground up.
Oh wow.
So they redo like it's a redo. Remaster is just like they'll take the assets from a pre-existing game and just shine them up a little bit for like if like let's say a texture was like they had to dumb down a texture from like 720p to 480 for it to run on a console on like
Yeah.
on a higher end console. They'll take the same asset and be like, oh, now we don't have to like dumb it down to that. Like leave it at 720 or like bump it up to 720, and it's the same asset. It just looks better, but it's not
Ah,
redone.
okay.
And like same character models and shit like that. Sometimes there are like exceptions or like in between cases, like Final Fantasy VIII, that remaster,
Yes.
like they redid the character models, but for the most part, all the environments and shit were like remastered. They were like the same assets just bumped up, but the character models were new.
Hmm. Okay, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know a lot of you. I didn't know any of that. So, how long do these games even take to make? Like, I mean, what's the deal? Why are people pissed off about this? I don't understand.
No, they're pissed off because of how it looks and how it play. Even though they haven't touched it, how it looks and how it seems to play from gameplay videos and shit like that. They keep going like that's how I know these are people that have never played it. Because I watched it when they showed the reveal trailer. I was like, oh, this looks all right. This looks good. This looks like Silent Hill 2. And people are like, this looks like trash. This looks like James doesn't know how to hold a gun and all this other shit. And I'm like, I was legit like, bro, the game's never looked better than this. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all saw or what y'all thought you were playing. That's how I knew that they had never played it. Because they were they were expecting, like, the main character in Silent Hill isn't like a cop or anything like that. He's not some dude who's like,
is this the one that follows the father that loses his daughter in the town? Or is that Silent Hill 1 I'm thinking of?
That's Silent Hill 1. But you have the right series.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying, because I remember the game is terrifying, bro. Like, you're just walking through the game's
foggy
scary,
town.
Bro.
Yeah.
I never beat the game. I just remember I was a child playing. I was like, yo, this game's crazy, bro. Like,
yeah.
meet some straight demons. It's wild. It's a wild game. So if they can instill that horror for the next generation, I think that's a gift, personally.
Well, yeah, and it's also got like different.
I'm glad.
Go ahead.
The game. No, I'm just saying I'm glad that they're remaking the games, that they're able to bring that fear and that horror, because it kind of made me kind of go back into like, I was like, well, what influenced this game? And it kind of made me kind of go into like noir horror, which I didn't even know was a thing when I first, was a child, playing the game. But yeah, I like remakes. I like remasters personally. I don't care as long as people can get their hands on a game and experience it again. But I don't know, man. I just feel like people just like to be pissed off. People just like to be pissed off, and like you always say, they don't know what the hell they're looking at. Hell, I don't know what I'm looking at half the time. Shit.
No, I was gonna say that's all gamer shit is now. It's just people that I'm pretty sure people that don't play video games anymore talking shit about video games. None of these motherfuckers play video games. I'm like 95% sure. They just get online and then regurgitate shit that some YouTuber said. and then go with that. Wait, what?
Their favorite reviewer said.
Yeah, exactly. All they do is say the same shit, and yet they call other people bots and sheep and shit. And it's like, all y'all saying the same shit. You have no original opinions. Like, why are you on shit? Like, why are you in comment sections for shit that you hate? Like, what do you do all day?
People love to hate, man. That's a new thing. That's a new
love,
you
That's why I'm like, I don't think they don't play video games, bro. They just like talking about that Jujutsu Kaisen. The manga is ending in 5 chapters. Are you frozen?
No, I'm not frozen at all. I'm just
sorry. It's like stop for a second.
I'm just glad it's over. I'm just woo. Sheesh, I don't have to hear about this anymore. We can finally stop.
You don't have to sit through. You don't have to sit through any more Gojo edits.
Yeah, I have to watch any more Gojo edits. I'm so like, my wife's literally flying in tears, bro. She's destroyed. She just finished the anime this weekend. She's gutted.
Well, it ended in a weird fucking place.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, how do you feel about it? You being a fan since the very beginning. Like, what does that do for you? We hear that the show's ending. I mean, not the show, but
nothing. I've been enjoying it. It's fine to me. It was like the only
longer. You don't want it to be like One Piece and just run forever.
Fuck no. No. Like I'm not. Don't even get me fucking started on One Piece. But anyway, motherfuckers up here talking about you don't know what peak is. Shut your stupid ass up. Anyway, no, the whole fucking yeah. I'm glad that it's gonna end when they want it to end.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an enjoyable story, like overall. Like I don't know, motherfuckers don't like shit ending or like they don't like. Because there was like I did a video about the My Hero Academia manga that ended like fairly recently, and that was the thing where like all of a sudden like people hated it, and I'm like, I don't think y'all. It's another thing where I'm like, my catchphrase. I don't think y'all read that. I don't think y'all reading that. I think y'all just like saying that y'all are like. I think y'all just like talking about shit. For real.
Yes.
Just being able to talk about shit, like because. They seem to not for the whole run of that fucking thing, the anime and the manga, people don't seem to understand the themes in that story.
Mm-hmm.
It's just annoying to like hear people, and then like I don't know, because I don't want to like go too deep into it, because I know there are people like in the with the anime manga shit. There are people that only watch the anime, and if you read the manga, you know you want to try to not talk about what's going on in the manga so that you don't ruin it for anime onlys. Because there are people who only experience the story by watching the show. I mean, true. Because like the only reason I've been reading the manga is just because that shit only costs like $3 a month to read through the app.
But were you introduced to the show first?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so hey, you're one of those people. You're one of those ones.
No, exactly. I mean, like that's the point. Like that's the point of anime anyway, to get people to read the manga.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is just promotional material. Yeah, but I don't know. Motherfuckers don't know what they're watching, man. Because like I have to get the My Hero thing off my chest. Like the whole thing is like they don't understand the main character is just supposed to. He just represents someone who's grateful for the opportunities he's been given.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime they would like anytime he like cries or something like that, they call him a baby and shit. It's just like you don't understand that he's just like grateful. He feels incredibly blessed to all of a sudden be in the situation that he's in. They hammer that shit home all the fucking time. But it's like so-called like masculine men who just like, why is that motherfucker crying so much? Just so fucking like motherfucker's a lame, he's a fucking baby, and it's like, bro, you're like 26 watching cartoons. Like, let's get down to that. Like, I'm like 35, like watching the same shit, but it's like I'm not trying to.
Yeah, people when they watch stories though, I think people connect to a hero and they go like, "That's me" in the story, which
No, I mean
I've never
definitely.
done. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't really tie. Maybe if the person looks like me, but in general, I just like seeing a hero kind of go through a struggle.
I
But
just
a
like
lot of
watching
people
stories, bro.
like watching stories, but a lot of people they tie themselves to the hero,
Yeah.
and the hero is them, and then they feel like they're him, and wow, you're not him, my guy.
Bro,
You're not.
that's what it seems like.
Yeah,
Because
it
it'll be
seems
like,
very much like that. So
it ended, he ain't get no bitch, then I ain't get no
yeah,
bitch. It's
I ain't
just
get no
like,
bitch in
bro,
real life.
like, bro, calm down.
That
That's
is
what it feels like.
hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay, so I mean that's a hot take. That's a hot take for JJ Kane. I'm glad to see that the show is still wrapping it up at its peak, because I always hate when you watch a show and you just watch it slowly decline and then eventually they just take it
Wait,
off the
the
air.
show's gonna be going on for like 6 years, maybe.
Okay, never mind. Well,
It's
dang.
just the manga itself that's ending, just the source material.
The source material is ending. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, you did tell me that. Okay. So it's good to see that the source material is still ending with at peak writing as well, too.
Yeah, bro, the Gojo edits aren't done. You're getting more of those.
Lord. Oh
That
Lord.
shit's not done. You you fucking stupid?
Okay. 5 more years, 4 more years. We don't know who's gonna be president, but we do know Gojo Ennis will be here for the next presidency. That is for sure.
That's it.
So this has been the first episode of It's Too Early for All That. I'm your host, Jordan.
I'm Fulton.
And it's too early for all that. Leave comment section, leave it in the comment section, and like, share, and subscribe. Peace.